Tonight, there's growing national scrutiny over a recent decision by Governor Walz and the Board of Pardons to pardon a convicted child sex abuser who was facing deportation.
So this case has been receiving major national attention in the last 24 hours after the Trump administration called the decision disgusting. But Minnesota's leaders, they say there's more to the story. Danny Spivak joins us to break it down for us. Danny.
Kevin and Lauren, 42-year-old Tulu Vang was sentenced to probation in 2006 for sexually abusing a young girl in Ramsey County. Without a pardon, Vang's lawyer says he would have been at risk of immediate deportation. Although the victim in this case has supported a pardon, the Trump administration calls the decision evidence of what they call Minnesota's sanctuary policies. In Minnesota, a board consisting of Governor Walz, Attorney General Keith Ellison, and Supreme Court Chief Justice Natalie Hudson makes the final decision about which people to pardon.
Please proceed.
On June 10th, the board unanimously pardoned Tulu Vang, who was convicted 2 decades ago of sexually abusing a minor under the age of 13.
When I was 18, I began sexually abuse a young victim. What I did was wrong. It was a serious crime. She was a child.
Without a pardon, Vang's attorney and relatives said he faced a risk of imminent deportation to Laos, which they called a human tragedy. The victim in the case also submitted a letter supporting the pardon, saying she forgives Vang and that he is not the same person now. While Chief Justice Hudson briefly explained her vote,
we've seen some evidence here of rehabilitation.
Ellison and Walz approved the pardon without comment.
I'm going to support your pardon. I, Governor Walz, vote yes.
3 weeks later, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is now calling the decision, quote, disgusting, and says this pardon will take away this child rapist's qualifying convictions that made him removable from the United States. In response, Attorney General Keith Ellison's office says the Trump administration could still restart deportation proceedings and that DHS is lying through their teeth about this pardon. Ellison continued, it does not protect Vang from deportation. And before Trump and his allies say a word about what anyone else does, they should stop pardoning pedophiles, fraudsters, and law enforcement assaulting insurrectionists. Vang's lawyer said that he was detained by ICE back in December when Operation Metro Surge was really ramping up. The pardon issued this month impacts the Trump administration's ability to immediately deport him, but Vang has had a removal order in place since his sentencing back in 2006 when he initially lost his green card and his legal status.
So Danny, if he had that removal order, do we know why when he was detained earlier this year he was released by ICE? Many people weren't.
Yeah, that's a really good question, and we really haven't gotten clarity around those circumstances because obviously he appeared in person at the Board of Pardons meeting back on June 10th, and so that was the basis for the immediate current deportation order, but now the future of that case really remains unknown.
All right, Danny, thank you.